I genuinely believe that there's absolutely no reason to have short hair as a guy. Can you imagine the gods, the Greek gods, Zeus, Poseidon, every single depiction of a male deity that you can find, right? Can you imagine them with a buzz cut? Can you imagine them with a short hairstyle? How ridiculous would that look? There's a reason why they're all depicted with long hair, is because there is a majestic essence to it. There's a vitality to the idea of long hair on a man. Now let's go further. Can you imagine the Super Saiyans without their long hair? Can you imagine Goku with a buzz cut? Can you imagine Madara Uchiha with a buzz cut? Can you imagine a lion without his mane? Again, I could give you countless and countless and countless examples. What about these actors, right? Let's pause for a second and look at all of them. You can't tell me that any of them look better with a shorter hairstyle unless you've been like severely brain damaged by insecure masculinity gurus, right? I can even show you my own before and after. And it just hurts how obvious this is. Yet, if you look at content online, looks maxing, men's lifestyle, any kind of content that revolves around a man's hair, it's all about which haircut to get. It's all about fades. It's all about the next toxic product that's gonna somehow make your hair look better. Which, by the way, all of those things only contribute to hair loss, which is gonna be the biggest thing that is gonna destroy your aesthetic appeal unless you have like a top percentile skull. But even then, having hair will still make you look significantly more attractive than being bald, even if you've got a Jeremy Meeks type skull. So yeah, the only advice that you should really be following is to grow it out, maybe get a haircut once to do layers or something if you want your hair to look a certain way as it grows out, that's fine. But then all you do is trim split ends, and you maintain it properly via doing real natural hair maxing, and you ditch all of the toxic garbage products. Doing that switch has genuinely changed my life, has made my hair 10 times better, and has allowed me to reverse hair loss as well. But yeah, that's essentially all you have to do, guys. There's no haircut, there's no trend, there's no nothing, okay? And by the way, women absolutely love it, right? That has been my experience, that in the overwhelming majority of cases, I always get compliments about my hair. It is a great conversation starter, and because I know many things about it, and it's something that women care about in general, it can be a great way to break the ice and foster connections with the opposite sex, right? And here's the deal, not many people have caught on to this yet. There aren't that many guys walking around with long hair, let alone beautiful long hair that is properly maintained, like I teach on this channel. My life has only significantly improved ever since I started growing my hair, and nowadays my goal these days is to grow it down all the way to my freaking knees, right? And some people might think it's crazy, but I think it's gonna look awesome. And regardless of what you do with your own looks maxing journey, you should always fall into an archetype that is unique to your personality. I'm not telling you that you should grow out your hair down to your knees, but what I am suggesting is that if your goal is to be more attractive, the version of you that has long hair, at the very least mid-length, is always going to be more attractive than the version of you with a buzz cut, or the version of you with a short NPC hairstyle. And don't get me started on the broccoli TikTok haircut. Whenever I see that on any dude, every ounce of respect I might have had for that person has evaporated. I swear to God, 2 or 3 chads on TikTok decided to pull off this haircut, and now everybody is following suit, thinking that it's gonna make them attractive, thinking that they're gonna get the same inundation of girls chasing after them. Like, bro, even those guys, even those TikTokers with the pretty boy NPC haircuts who are successful, guess what? They would still look better with long hair. Every single fucking time. And I think long hair is one of those things that actually allows to express your own individuality, right? We've all got a unique combination of hair color, plus hair type, plus the way that it frames our face. Long hair is always going to have a unique effect depending on a person's face, but that effect is always going to be positive. That's the point. Whereas you need really top percentile genetics even just to be passable with a buzz cut, right? I'm telling you to stand out. I'm telling you to actually put effort into one of the only things that you can legitimately control to a high extent, right? And while there are certain things you can do about your face, about your height, about your frame, and especially about your skin, you have more control for that as well, none of these things are as easy to control as your hair is. Can you imagine me with a short hairstyle? Seriously, can you imagine me with a buzz cut? Guaranteed, if you're not brain damaged, you're visualizing something that is orders of magnitude less aesthetically appealing than this current version of myself. And this applies to you. And this applies to every single man on earth. And this applies to every single woman on earth too, right? Like I can't believe some women actually cut their hair. I can't believe, right, the propaganda. Okay, I understand, like, we're men, you know, the propaganda is really, really bad, and it takes a lot of time for men to understand that long hair is better. I get that. But as a woman, to cut your hair, even just to have it mid-length, which objectively looks worse, a woman should have hair that is as long as humanly possible. It should touch the floor, ideally. It should look ethereal. A woman is not supposed to ever cut her hair beyond regular maintenance of her ends, right? Like, if I have a daughter, she's never cutting her hair, right? We're just gonna maintain, but that length is continually going to grow because that is the pinnacle of attractiveness for a woman. And it's not just length, it's also thickness, it's also shine, it's also the hair quality in general, of course, but that is the pinnacle of attractiveness for women, and that is the pinnacle of attractiveness for men. So why limit yourself? Why nerf yourself when this is something that you can start doing today? But speaking of girls and relating it back to us guys, here's the deal. Girls will often tell each other to cut their hair and to do things that make each other uglier on purpose due to intrasexual competition, but guys do the exact same thing, right? Like, guys will tell you that, oh, it's too effeminate, or don't do this, or it's gay, or whatever. Yet all of those things that make me gay in the eyes of these insecure alpha male types are things that are overwhelmingly positively reinforced by women, right? I always get positive feedback about my hair from women every single time, and from guys too, by the way. And I'm not saying that you should only do it for external validation, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, what are you looks maxing for? Because you want to look good, because you want people to perceive you differently, and life is about people. Again, it's the same argument over and over. Everything that you do for yourself is also for other people. Everything you do for other people is also for yourself. It's the same thing. And if something improves the way that you are perceived, everything else being equal, you should 100% do it. And long hair is going to give you a halo. 100%. But again, it's not just about hair length. My hair was garbage. My hair was brittle. My hair was all over the place. I was quite literally losing it at some point. And by making all of these changes to its quality and letting it grow and not abusing it anymore with all of these toxic products and feeding it properly and feeding my body properly, I managed to get really nice hair, and you can do it as well, right? Again, this is what it looked like beforehand. It's far more than just genetics. But long story short, if you want to look majestic, if you actually want to ascribe yourself that label, if you want other people to ascribe you that label, you cannot do it without long hair. It is impossible. Majestic implies that you have long hair. It is the only way that you're gonna have this ethereal type of beauty, okay? Like an elf, like an angel, like a Greek god, like a lion, right? And I will genuinely die on this hill, by the way. You cannot prove to me that a single man looks better with short hair than he would with long hair, assuming that the long hair is properly taken care of, right? That's the secret. Because of course, long hair that is disgusting, looking like a Discord mod, obviously that's unattractive. Obviously, it's probably better to have a short hairstyle, but properly maintained long hair will always make you more attractive. Can a lion ever look better with a shorter mane or with no mane at all? Is that a possibility? Nope. Impossible, right? It's the same thing for humans. And if none of this convinced you, whether it's my own story, whether it's all of these examples that I've cited, then I can't really save you. Maybe you're gonna cope and say, oh, but it doesn't matter and it's too hard to maintain and whatever. Well, I mean, are you a man? No, but seriously, are you a man? Like, hard to maintain. Wait, so you can't be disciplined to actually invest into your appearance in order to actually improve your life? It baffles me, you know? Women are more disciplined than you in taking care of their appearance because they understand how much it matters. They understand the way that they are perceived is heavily reliant on their looks, and it is the exact same thing for men. Now, of course, there are other factors at play, but why wouldn't you want to maximize all of them? So yeah, just grow it out, dude. You're not gonna regret it, and it's gonna help you in so many areas of life because people will treat you differently. People will notice, and that's actually going to allow you to move towards a new identity. A lot of you guys, you're at the midpoint in your life. A lot of you guys, you still don't know what you want to do. You still don't know what you want to be. You're still at the crossroads of your existence and trying to build yourself into a new identity and let go of your past, let go of the limiting beliefs, let go of this conception of yourself that has made your life miserable, right? This is your chance. This is your opportunity to reinvent yourself. This long-haired version of you is going to be unrecognizable physically wise, and if you combine that with all of the different things that you're trying to improve on, then guess what? This actually helps your subconscious mind in acknowledging this identity shift, and it makes it significantly harder to go back because that version of you has short hair, because that version of you looks completely different. And if this video has inspired you to do it in any way, I guarantee you that you're gonna thank me. However much time it takes for it to grow, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, indefinitely. As it grows longer and as you maintain it properly by following my advice, you will notice a difference. You will find yourself being more attractive, and you will find your reality, people in your life confirm it for you. It's time to stop with the cute little haircut tutorials. It's time to stop with all of the garbage toxic products, and it's time to grow out your hair and do hair maxing the proper, real, natural way. It's gonna change your life, as it did mine. If you're still watching, I really appreciate you. And as always, keep ascending.